All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host, Larry, and today we're back to take a look at how to get videos ready to publish onto YouTube. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, that you have just uploaded a video or batch uploaded a bunch of them over the evening while you were asleep, and you want to get them ready to post. So what does that look like? Well, first off, make sure you've got whatever video it is that you want selected. In this case, I'm going to get the GeForce Experience 2021 here tutorial ready. So I'm just going to click on the little pencil icon to edit it, and this will bring up the details panel. So the first thing you need to do is to title it. And the thing to remember about both the title, the description, and way down here with your tags is that these are all keywords that YouTube and Google are going to use in order to direct people to your video. So it's important to fill these with as many meaningful terms as possible. So in that respect, let's just start with the video title. So this is the NVIDIA GeForce Experience and Shadowplay complete tutorial and walkthrough and guide. Let's just say tutorial and guide. And so what I've done in this video is I'm showing people how to use the GeForce Experience software that comes with their NVIDIA drivers, and I'm also showing them how to use the built-in Shadowplay recorder that is included inside of the GeForce Experience. It's just a lot of users know those as two separate things, when they are in fact one complete item. So the next thing we want to do is tell them about what this is. And this is a complete walkthrough tutorial explaining all the features of the NVIDIA GeForce Experience app, and also how to record / stream using the built-in NVIDIA Shadowplay app or Shadowplay program. This includes how to optimize your games for performance / appearance, how to download and update drivers, and how to make sure your computer is VR ready. Because these are all things that are literally embedded inside of the Shadowplay software, the GeForce Experience software, so it's good to put all this details inside of the description so that people know exactly what you're talking about when they watch the video. And then YouTube will literally look at all these keywords crammed into here and then be like, oh, this is great. This is full of so many goodies. And then after that, I've got like old videos here that have the different other stuff that I'm going to paste in here, including what the background music is that I was using, a link to subscribe to the channel, and then how to follow me on Discord. Although I probably should dump the Twitter because I don't really use Twitter anymore. I'll probably replace that with something else. Let's just dump this entirely, and then it'll just be like Chupacabra on Discord. Join us on the Chupacabra Discord. That'll be good. That looks great. Okay, so the thing to keep in mind when you're making your video description is if you have any background music or other assets that you need to give people credit for, make sure to include that at the bottom of your video. It's also a good idea to put in things like your Discord links and your subscription links so that people know where to find you, how to subscribe to you, and even though you might think it's superfluous, the data shows that a lot of different networks and different channels have done to test that if you remind people to subscribe in a couple of different ways, they are in fact more likely to subscribe to your channel if they're kind of on the fence. So after that, the other thing that not a lot of people know about is there's actually a type of hashtag keyword that you can embed inside of your videos. It takes like the first 8 or 16 of them, but I put in like 4 or 5. And then like the first 3 will display underneath of the title of your video inside of Discord or inside of YouTube. So in this case, this is NVIDIA GeForce Experience Shadowplay. And then this is a video recorder, tutorial, educational, and then gaming. So I just throw a few of those at the bottom. These actually do matter inside of YouTube to a slight extent. They never really were explained very well by YouTube or even really announced that well. So after that, if you've made yourself a nice custom thumbnail, it's a good idea to grab those inside of here. So somewhere I've made a GeForce Experience thumbnail right here. Boom. Tells them exactly what it is. It's an NVIDIA tutorial updated for 2021 with the GeForce Experience and Shadowplay. Let's see. How to set up most popular screen recorders. We'll tag that to that playlist. I probably should clean up my playlists. It's been a while since I've tidied those up. No, this is not made for kids. And then let's add some different tags. This is for GeForce Experience. This is NVIDIA Shadowplay, NVIDIA, complete tutorial, complete walkthrough, recording and streaming, how to record with Shadowplay, how to record, we'll just put, did we put just Shadowplay? We did. GeForce, how to use the GeForce Experience, the GeForce, how to update NVIDIA drivers, how to optimize games with NVIDIA, NVIDIA drivers, NVIDIA app. What else do we want to include? How to stream, how to record, how to activate GeForce overlay, NVIDIA overlay. And really what you want to do is look down here and you've got a certain number of characters that you can use inside of these tags in order to get all this stuff going. What else do we want to say? We've got the GeForce Experience setup, probably setup guide. And then, let's see, setup tutorial? Yeah, that looks good. That's pretty good. Remember, these count as your tags, this title counts as your tags, and the tags obviously count as your tags. And then down here, you want to tell it what language this is in. Has this content ever aired on television? No, it is not. A recording date is not necessary. This is kind of optional, same with location. This will go under the standard YouTube license, unless you want to make this Creative Commons to allow other people to use it. You can allow embedding or not. You can publish it to subscription feeds and notifications. If you untag this and somebody's got the little bell icon enabled, this will not be giving them a special notification. But if they do, you know, why not? It lets people know that you've published a video and that they can go see it. Allow people to sample this content. You might as well. You can't really stop people from creating shorts using parts of your video. You might not even know about it, so I'll just allow people to sample the content if they want to, like, songify it or something. This is an educational tutorial video, so I put under education, but you can see all the different categories here. And then comments, hold inappropriate comments for review is probably a good idea, because then if somebody's, like, cussing everybody out, you can remove it. And then sort by top. This is actually mostly just default settings that YouTube gives you. You can just show all comments regardless if you don't care and you don't moderate them very much. And then show how many viewers like and dislike this video. If your videos get a lot of hate or you just don't want people to see your like to dislike ratio, you can disable this. And then if you want to add like a link to a fundraiser, because a lot of people do fundraising videos, you can do that down here. Next up is your monetization settings. You can turn this on, and if the video is long enough, you can determine where the ads will be placed. I like to place mine before and after the video, just because most people, after they're done watching your video, will click off to a new video anyway. And then I prefer to use skippable ads because they annoy people far less than non-skippable ads. You can't really disable the ads that are just passively displayed on the screen, but you can control whether or not you have the pop-up ads in the center of the screen and those pop-up sponsored cards on the side of the screen. I leave these disabled because they A, don't pay you that much, and B, they're kind of annoying for people and most of them get blocked anyway. And I'm all about less intrusive advertising when possible. And so if your video is shorter, you don't get to determine where the ads appear during your video, and you don't get to control a lot of these other features. Like, you can't determine skippable ads. If your video is really short, it just does skippable. You can always turn on and off overlay ads, and you can always turn on and off sponsored cards. Ad suitability. If you're fancy enough and you've been doing enough stuff inside of YouTube, they give you the option to self-report if your content contains inappropriate language like cussing, if it contains adult content, violence, shocking things, harmful or dangerous acts, if it's got like firearms, any of this stuff. Mine doesn't contain any of that because it's just a tutorial, so I'll say none of the above, and then I'll submit the rating. That'll determine what kind of ads you get. If you don't have any of these in it, they'll put all the good ads on it. It's good when you're self-reporting your ad suitability, to be honest, because if they catch you lying, they'll block you out of this and they'll have to review all of your videos themselves, which will be bad because it'll take longer to get your ads. They won't trust you, and it's just a big headache. So try to be honest with this system. Next up, we've got video elements. You can add subtitles here. I'm usually fine just letting them auto-generate because they're as accurate as the ones that I would make. You can add an end screen. Let's do that now. We'll import one from this video. And then this is about NVIDIA drivers and screen recording. So that's kind of a general purpose tutorial. So we'll just add the captioning tutorial here. And then let's actually make this one whatever's best for the viewer. And then we'll say, sure, save that. And then we'll add a card. Let's go like halfway. We'll promote one of our other videos. Let's promote how to browse your files from your Android phone on PC. And then somewhere near the end, we'll add another one. We'll add another video, and we'll recommend the Poké-Chord one. And hit save. And then we'll go to next. It checked my video ahead of time and it didn't find any copyright issues, and it's completely suitable for ads because it didn't find any copyright problems, which is nice. If this kicks back any nasty information, it gives you the opportunity to, instead of publishing this, you can go back and remove whatever copyrighted stuff you tried to use. Like, let's say you grabbed like a free song off of YouTube that they said was free and anyone can use it, but it turns out it's not. This would tell you, and then you'd have the opportunity to replace it with a different song before getting in trouble after publishing it, which is actually kind of nice. And then under visibility, you can choose, do you want only members to see this? If people are part of your members group, I'm actually going to start using this feature soon. Do you want this video unlisted so that only people with a link can view it? Do you want it private so that only specific people can view it? Or just you? Do you want it public so everyone can view it? And then you can set that as a premiere where everyone waits for the video's like launch date and we can all watch it together for the first time and talk about it. Or do you want to schedule it? Most of the time I just schedule these. In this case, I'm going to schedule this for Friday at about 7 in the morning because that's about when people pop in to watch my videos. And then we will just click on schedule, and then it should be all hunky-dory and ready to go. And if you want, you can copy this link here to share it if you're about to make it public, and then people can immediately go and start to view it. But I actually have a bot on my Discord server that'll automatically post this, so I'm just going to schedule it. And so that, in a nutshell, is how... So that, in a nutshell, is the process to add all the details and information to your video so that it is ready to publish. It's not a super complex process, but it does take a few minutes to think about What do you want to use for tags? What do you want to say in the video description? How do you want to title it? Because those three things have the biggest impact on whether or not people can find your video in the massive mess that is YouTube. And I would recommend, if you don't know what to put, find some tools that help you look at what other people use for tags, look at how other people label their videos, how they describe and put features in their video descriptions to try to like engage people and lure them in to watch. And then think about how to add those elements to your video. It does take a bit of time, but after you kind of practice and think about it, it starts to make sense. And if you're curious about what you might want to use for these, hop on into my video Discord. We've got a creator section where content creators can kind of kick back and forth ideas, and you can ask questions and see what people think. And it's an easy way to get some direct feedback so that you can get some help that you need and move on with your day and try to get a more concise answer than just a generic guide on the internet. So you can find the link to that in the video description below. Otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful. I've been your host, Larry. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you got any questions. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.